call is now being recorded.
Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome you all to this session. I wish to thank Father Principal, Sister Headmistress, and their coordinators for providing me this platform to share my knowledge. Also, a big thank you to everyone who provided their valuable feedback, which motivates me to work further and provide a rich content to you all. In the previous module, we discussed about Google Docs, in particular, hyperlinking and hyperdocs, and how these Google tools are beautifully integrated with each other. Today, we shall be discussing about collaboration with our key audience, our students, and the importance of interacting with them by the use of technology. Collaborative learning has been shown to not only develop higher level thinking skills in students, but it boosts their confidence and self-esteem as well. Group projects can maximize educational experience, and it also improves social and interpersonal skills. Before we begin, let us do a fun collaborative activity which will give you a glimpse about how collaboration works and the wonders it can create in your classroom. All I'm going to do is I'm going to share a link in the chat box. Here it is. Please open the link. Kindly open the link. You will see a Padlet wall like this, something like this. Please open the link. Double click anywhere on it. As you open the link, you will see a Padlet wall. Double click anywhere on it. You are supposed to write your name first and then answer the question. Please write your name first and then answer the question. So I can see so many responses coming up. How are you feeling today is the question. Please write your name first and then answer the question. You can even upload images. There is an option to edit post. You can even edit your post and you can add various multimedia. You can add a video, you can add an image from Google, you can add your own image. You can even add your own image. Just turn on the camera in that Padlet wall only. And I'm just clicking the photo just to give you a glimpse of. So you can also try using multimedia. There is an option of edit post. You can click your selfie. You can even upload a GIF, any image. Please try that. It will be fun. Rachna ma'am has changed the color also, so you can do that as well. Soumya ma'am, I can see she has uploaded a GIF. Yes, Gulshan ma'am has written excited about the session. So it's better to write your name first. So this is a fun activity. I can read all the responses. Reena ma'am has written, Reena Varghese ma'am, I'm feeling wonderful today. Many of you are happy, good, excited. So this is a fun activity. You can also conduct this kind of activity in the class. All you have to do is, you have to go to padlet.com, sign up with your mail ID. You can make a Padlet. You can create a wall. Padlet is basically a free online tool that is best described as an online notice board. Padlet can be used by students and teachers to post notes on a common page. The notes posted by teachers and students can contain links, videos, images, document files. You can use Padlet for the recapitulation of the previous class. Let's say you have started a class, so recapitulation, okay, let me know what we learned in the previous class, and let them write their own ideas and post messages on the Padlet wall. Summary of the chapter at the end of the session. Icebreaker activities also, like we did just now. You can do social emotional check-ins, like how are you feeling today? I did few activities with my students. How are you feeling today? Which is your favorite book? And they all posted their selfie with their favorite book. Students love these collaborative activities. You can hold class discussions. You want to brainstorm on a particular topic, so discuss a project. You can do that on this Padlet wall. You can hold a debate in the class. Basically, this Padlet is a collaborative digital bulletin board where students can share ideas. You can learn some different ways, and you can learn how to incorporate Padlet in your lessons. I'll be sharing a YouTube video tutorial of about 11 minutes on Padlet and a website link where you can learn creative ways to use Padlet in the classroom. I'll be sharing both the links in the description box of my YouTube video, so you can check out. This is a wonderful tool, Padlet tool, and for class discussions, for icebreaker activities, you can always try. I have tried a number of times, and children love these kind of activities, and it's also helpful in many other ways. So they are very creatively, you can use these kind of tools in the classroom.
Ma'am,
so I'm going to, yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I used this Padlet in the class, but all the students were not able to get the Padlet. They were not able to access it. I don't know why. There were many who were saying, ma'am, we can't see.
Okay, ma'am, there is maybe some setting issue. When you see a Padlet, I'll just very quickly show you that. On the right side, there are some settings. So I'm going to give you a YouTube tutorial. You can go, each and every setting has been explained. Suppose you have chosen here, there is a right side, if you see that's written require approval. If you have turned it on, then it will require approval. So it won't show. Every time you have to approve, and if you're not approving, so I did not choose this setting. Otherwise, every post I have to give the approval, or maybe some other setting issue. So I'm going to send a YouTube video tutorial. You can check out. Each and every setting has been explained there wonderfully.
Thank you, ma'am.
So hope you are all energized and fresh after this activity. Let us start with Google Slides. Google Slide is a presentation software and is a very powerful tool. It is very similar to Microsoft PowerPoint. Those who are using PowerPoint, let me tell you, Google Slide is quicker, simpler, and a lot more fun. The benefit of creating a presentation using Google Slides is that the finished presentation is easy to share, easy to collaborate. It integrates so well with Google Docs and Google Classroom. Let's go ahead and have a look at exactly what you can do with Google Slides. Today, we'll be focusing on Google Slide presentation, how to create teaching material, worksheet, class test, subject enrichment activities, multiple assessments. What are collaborative Google Slides? Google Slide template. What is version history and how to share the document. Today, I'll be showing you 4 methods by which Google Slides can be incorporated in our teaching. The very first is create to view the file. In this option, teachers create the presentation and select the option students can view the file. And this is the option, I think, which we all of us are most familiar with, where we create presentation and students view the file. Collaborative slides. In this option, students work together. They fill the entire presentation collectively. They collaborate. Google Slide template. Here, the teacher makes the Google slide template and she makes a copy for each student and the student work on it individually. And at the end, students create the entire presentation from scratch individually. So these are the 4 options which we will be focusing on today. Today's session is going to be an exhaustive session. I would like you all to pay attention to each step. You can note down the doubts and ask your questions at the end of the session. Let us start and create Google Slides. I'm going to share my entire screen. So I'm going to first of all, the very first method, how to create a Google slide. You can go to Google App Grid, click on the App Grid, various Google apps open up, go to Drive, click on New, and here you will see the option Google Slides. You will get a blank presentation. And here you can start working on the presentation. You can create different slides and then select the option. Students can view the file. Second option is we'll go to Google App Grid. Various Google apps are there. I'll directly go to slides from here. Here you will see a blank presentation with the plus sign. You can start with a blank presentation. There are some existing templates. You can start with those existing templates. Your recent presentations will also show here. So you can start your Google slide presentation from here. Now, if you are going to create the Google slide presentation assignment, then we'll go to classwork, create assignment. A blank assignment opens up. If your presentation is ready, go to Add, Google Drive. From Google Drive, you can attach your presentation. Just giving an example, let's say this is my presentation, which is ready. So you'll choose the option, students can view the file, and you can give it a title and assign. Now, I'm going to tell you a new thing. What are collaborative Google Slides? As I told you, the second method, collaborative Google Slides. How to create that? I'll first give you an example. I did one collaborative activity with my class in the month of April. I'll just show you. I gave a title, Getting to Know You, Introduce Yourself. This is the title I gave. Then some instructions, which are very important. When you're giving a collaborative task, instructions, clear and precise instructions are important. This is a collaborative task. Tell about yourself in few lines. Respect work of others. Do not delete or overwrite on others' comments. Click open the file on the right side as you view the assignment. Pick a slide on which no one is working. Complete the task. Come back to Google Classroom and click on Mark as done. Here, if you notice, I have chosen the option students can edit the file. And this is a collaborative assignment, and see what I got. I got a presentation. Each student worked on a different slide. So here you will notice all students worked together. This was an activity to introduce yourself. So they introduced themselves, they have written their hobbies beautifully, they all collaborated. They worked together and created this presentation. So all students worked together and created the entire presentation of about 40 to 45 slides. And I got to know about all of them. In virtual teaching, remote teaching, we all, as teachers, we have a complaint that we don't even know our students, who all we are teaching. So this is the best collaborative activity which you can also do with your students. Students will come to know about each other. So this is the activity which I did. And as a teacher, from the teacher's classroom, if I go to File, I can go to Version History. Version History, File, there is a Version History. With this option, I'll come to know which all students have worked on this slide presentation. So each and everything, what date, what time, who all collaborated, and the slides they have done. So this is a wonderful option for teachers where they come to know in a collaborative assignment, even if it is a subject related assignment, you will come to know who all collaborated. So this is one activity which I did with my students. Now, I'll give you a demo of a collaborative activity. How can we create? And from the students' point of view also, how can they collaborate? I'm going to go to create tool, and there are various Google apps. So I'll go to slides. Now a blank slide opens up. I want to give this a collaborative activity. First, I'll give it a title. Let's say I'm just giving it a title, Historical Monuments of India. I can make it bold. There is on the top menu bar, like in a PowerPoint presentation. This is much simpler than PowerPoint presentation. You can make it bold. I don't need the second template, so I'll just delete it. You can even change the background. On the top menu bar, there is an option, change background. So just click on change background. You can change the color of the background from here. Or you can even choose an image. You can upload an image from your own device, from your web camera, by URL, Google Photos, Google Drive, Google image search. Possibilities are many. So I'm just going to search for a nice background. Okay, this one looks good. I just double clicked on it, done. So the background is here. Now I can just change the text color, make it slightly bigger in size. So the first slide is ready. And on the top left corner, it says untitled presentation. As I click on it, it will automatically take the name Historical Monuments of India. Now my first slide is ready. Now I want my students to come together, work together and create this entire presentation. So I'll go to my classroom. This is the presentation. It says untitled, but don't worry about the name. It will automatically take the name once you assign. So now, which option? View the file? No, I want it to be collaborative assignment. So I'm going with the option, students can edit file. When you choose the option, I'm talking about all the Google apps, when you go for an option, students can edit file, they all receive the same slide, same document. So, and when you make a copy for each student, then you make an individual copy for every student. So this is a collaborative assignment. I want all of them to collaborate. I have chosen the option, students can edit file. Give it a title, demo slide 1. Now you can give points, due date, topic and everything. And I am going to assign this to my students. I'm going to show you this collaborative activity. I'm going to showcase the entire activity from the point of view of two students, Ayan and Kinshuk. So I'm going to Ayan's classroom. He will receive a notification that the teacher has uploaded an assignment. So he will go to the assignment, will see an attachment. Here, the instructions should be very, very clear. When you are giving a collaborative assignment, you have to give a very clear instruction before you assign that you have to make sure, pick up one slide, start working on it, do not overwrite, like I showed you the instructions I gave. Similarly, so he will see an attachment over there. The student will open this Google slide presentation and will see that the first slide is made by the teacher. As he will just put the cursor on the first slide on the left corner, it says Nidhi. So he will come to know the teacher has created the first slide, and as the instructions are very, very clear in the collaborative assignment that you have to pick up one slide and start working on it, no overwriting, nothing. So this child will go to this plus icon on the top, and will start working on the slide. Let's say this child chooses Taj Mahal. Okay, now let's make it bold. Increase the size. I'm going to delete the second template. I don't want it. You can do the center alignment from here. So let's make it centrally aligned. Now now this child wants to upload an image of Taj Mahal. Again, there are two options. Go to insert menu on the left side in the menu bar, go to insert menu, image. The very first option is image. Upload from your device, search the web, drive, photos, URL, and web camera. Now again in slide, there is a hidden tool on the bottom right corner. There is a hidden tool over here. Just click on that, explore tool. Within the slide presentation, you can search. So I'm going to search Taj Mahal. I'll go to images and let's say this is the image I want to insert. So on the top, it's written insert, the blue icon. I'll just click insert. You can even resize the image. And now so a child can even write something. So can insert a text box, insert on the left side. The child can insert a text box and write. I'm randomly just searching the information Taj Mahal. So here, this child will copy, paste, write, and search and do a lot of research and write about it. Okay. Now, the child can even change the background from the option change background. So let us click on background. Color, can choose any color. Done. First slide is ready. Now I have made a very basic slide. When you give students and when they know they only have to work on one slide, they really put their best effort. They can use multimedia, audio, video, animations. I am just showing the collaborative activity, but the presentation, the overall layout, if you just leave up to the students' creativity, they will really put in a lot of effort into that. So this is the first slide. Done. Child will go to the classroom. Mark is done. On the right side, there is an option, mark as done. So this, from one student's point of view, I've shown that he has done. Now I'm going to Kinshuk's classroom. He will also get a notification that the teacher has posted a new assignment, will open. We'll see an attachment of the Google slide. As he opens, he will see that the first slide, when you put the cursor, it shows who has made the first slide. Okay, so the first slide has been created by the teacher. The name is showing here. Then second is created by Ayan. So the instructions were very clear that you have to pick up a new slide, no overwriting on any slide. So this child will just add plus sign, just click on that plus sign, new slide from the left-hand side, and we'll start working on it. Let's say Gateway of India. Delete the template which we don't want. And you can even make it a little bold. All the options are there. You can increase the size and centrally you can make it align. Now, again, this child wants to upload an image. So again, this explore tool in the bottom right corner, click on explore and Gateway of India. Let's explore the image. And let's say this is the image this child wants to upload insert in the slide. And insert text box. Can even write about it. So I'm just randomly typing some information about Gateway of India. Okay, now the child can change the background color. Done. So the second slide is ready. This way, each child will work on it, will add on one slide and work on it, and they will use their creativity. They can use animations. I mean, it's beyond your expectation how beautifully they work together. When they know they are collaborating, they are really, into it. So this way, the entire presentation, and you, in the end, you will get such a rich presentation. You can even use it for your study, for your teaching material in other classes also, in the same class as well. So each slide in itself will be a masterpiece, and overall, a very rich presentation you will get. So this child will go to the classroom and mark as done. Now, something very interesting. Once the child is done with his slide, his or her slide, they can even go on to other people's slide and they can even comment on it. All they have to do is they'll go to there's a plus sign over here in a speech bubble. There is a plus sign, add comment. If you notice, add comment. As I click on add comment, so that now Kinshuk, after completing his slide, Gateway of India, has gone to Ayan's slide, and now he's commenting, I visited this place. I suggest you visit. So he has just commented. Now, comment. Just click on comment like a sticky note. This comment will show up on the screen. Now, when Ayan will open his presentation, now this is Ayan's classroom, he will see that Kinshuk has posted a comment. He can go and reply also from here. Just click on the comment, there's a reply section. Thanks for the advice. Now, this way they are collaborating. They are reading the information from each other's slide. They are collaborating. Ayan can also go to others like Kinshuk's slide and comment. Let's say Ayan has got a link which has all the information about Gateway of India. So he will just copy that link. Let's say there is a link and it has all the information. He'll just go to Ayan's slide, Kinshuk's slide this time, and he will post a comment, paste the link. He has pasted the link, and here he's writing, here is the link to a website which shows you more. The basic idea of commenting is that when you comment, you add some value to that slide. Some teachers may worry that what if they write something which is not required, not up to the mark, or they use slang. I think they need a little bit of guidance. If you guide them, if you tell them to respect each other's comments while commenting, and that's how they will learn cyber etiquettes as well. So you can give them ideas for comments. Like I always tell them, follow this rule. When you are commenting, you can share your personal experience. You can write your opinion about what other student has written. They can ask a follow-up question. They can add a useful link. So if you give them ideas for comments, it will be a beautiful collaboration, and they will work together, learn from each other, learn from the teacher. Teacher can also add a comment to any of the slides. So this way, the collaboration works. The second option. We have discussed the second option, collaborative slides. Now, I'm going to show you about, now we are moving on to the third option, right? This one, Google Slide Template. How to create that and how to assign. Let's go to create in the classroom, okay? Let's go to the classroom, create assignment. Just to save time, I've already created a template. I'll show you. Go to add. Whenever your material is ready in advance, you can directly go to your Google Drive from here and attach. So Google Drive, I have already created a template. So before I click the template, I'll just close down the extra icons. Otherwise, we Yes. So I'm now going on to, so let's say this is the presentation. This is the slide template I have created. Okay. I'll show you how it looks like. Look at this template. This the teacher has created. And the first slide is ready, quadrilaterals. The second slide, I have given the heading trapezium, and here I'm giving a template. I'm guiding my students. You have to upload the image of a trapezium and you have to write the definition. Second, kite, upload the image of kite and write its definition. Parallelogram. So this way the template is ready. You can even, use hyperlinking over here. Like suppose you want them to study about kites. So you can go to Google search, find out a good website, kite in quadrilaterals. So you can find out a good website, and let's say, okay, this is a website which has the information about kite, the diagram, all the properties have been explained. So I'll just go to the link. I'm again teaching you hyperlinking. Just go to the link, copy, come back to your presentation, select read and answer, right click. There is an option link. So paste that link and it is hyperlinked. So you can even create hyperdocs and hyperlinking in the Google slide as well. So this read and answer is hyperlinked. As a child, when child will come on this slide template, will read about it and then write. So this way you can even attach a video also. Let's say you have a video on properties of parallelogram. So properties of parallelogram, this is the video. Let's say I want to attach this video to my slide presentation. So this one I want to hyperlink. I'll click on the link, copy, go to my presentation, and here I can write, watch this video. Watch this video. I'll increase the size, make it a little bold. Now, hyperlinking, you know hyperlinking already, just select, right click, you already copied a YouTube link, go to link and paste it. So this way you can use hyperlinking in Google slide presentation. Now your template is ready. Teacher has created the template. Now we'll go to the classroom. Now this slide template, I want my students to work on it individually. Because I've created a template, I want them to work on it individually. So I will be going with the option, make a copy for each student. You have given all the instructions on each slide, what they are supposed to do. Give it a title, demo slide template, and points, due date, topic, everything you will assign. And from here, I'm going to assign this slide template. Now I'm going to the student's classroom. Now the student will receive a notification, demo slide. Nidhi Bhagra posted a new assignment, demo slide template. Let's click. Now again, it has taken the name of the student, Ayan Google Slides, because I have created the Google slide. I've chosen the option, make a copy for each student. The child will open the attachment and will see the teacher has already created the first page, quadrilaterals. Then he will go to the second slide and see the teacher expects him or her to upload the image of trapezium and write the definition. So the student will go to Explore tool and search for the image, go to image, select, insert the image. So child will insert that image over here. Child can even edit the template now because he has read all the instructions, can edit this template and start writing the definition of trapezium. So as per the instructions of the teacher, the student will work on each slide. Okay, so write the definition of a trapezium, will upload the image of trapezium, can work on it accordingly, and we'll go on to the next slide. Then it says read and answer. So we'll click on this, go through the entire link, and then again edit the template and write about kite and upload the image of kite. Same way, next slide. So I've just created 5 slides just to give you a glimpse of a template. This kind of template can be created. You can even create a template of match the following, fill in the blanks, all these, I mean, for small students also, and this way they will also learn how to use Google Slides. They will also become digitally smart. So this is about Google Slide template. The third one. We discussed create to view the file. This is when you are creating the whole presentation, students view the file. Second option, collaborative slides, where they work together and you choose the option, students can edit the file. Third one, when students work on it individually. And the fourth one, students make from the scratch. Make from the scratch means what? Teacher is just going to give them a topic, just going to assign a topic, that's all. So teacher will go to create slides. A blank slide opens up. Now here teacher is not going to create any template, no, not going to give any instructions on each slide, will just assign the topic. Let's say volcano. So the teacher is assigning the topic volcano and can even design the first slide. I'm not designing now, you can design using the background images and all. Can even hyperlink if you want them to study about, give them some study material and then work on the slide. Click on untitled presentation, volcano, it will automatically take the name. So first slide is ready, you have designed it, you have changed the background and everything, and it's all set. That's it. You are going to the classroom, you will write your instructions. You have to create minimum of 10 to 12 slides. That all instructions have to be very clear whenever you are giving any assignment. Okay, so instructions are very, very important. Give it a title, demo slide. So this way you can give a title and assign. But before you assign, not to forget, let's choose the option make a copy for each student, because in this option, I want them to create their own presentation individually, where they use all the options of multimedia, Google Slides, audio, video, animations, and everything, and they create the entire presentation. So you have just made an assignment. They will only get an attachment with the first page, the heading, that's it. And they can even design the first page. I mean, what if you have made a basic layout, they can even decorate that and start working on the entire slide presentation. Now, if you have created a presentation and let's say you want to share with your colleagues, you want to collaborate, 2 or 3 teachers are working together on a slide presentation. So the option is, I'll just how to share that presentation. If you're sharing with your colleagues, there is an icon on the right hand side, share tool. Click on share. Here a dialog box appears. You can add the email IDs, whichever email ID you want to add. Just keep on entering what controls you want to give them. You want them to view the file. You want them to view and comment. They can leave comments. You want them to be the editor, that you have to decide. Next will be that short message. You want to tell them what this file is all about, and you can send from here. And if you are sending it to a certain group, so go to share, click, the same dialog box appears, click where it's written get link. There are 3 options. Restricted, only those people whom you have mailed will be able to access the slide presentation. All those second option, St. Francis de Sales School, so only those who are in the school domain. Third is anyone with the link. So be very careful, because you are giving controls to others. So whom you are sharing with, I always prefer sharing the Google slide or any document within the classroom rather than directly copying the link. So this is the option. So I can choose editor option, copy link. There is an option copy link, and you can share with your colleagues in their mail IDs. So this Sharing this dialog box, you have to be very careful. With colleagues, it's fine. But if you're sharing with the students, it's always best to share within the classroom, either using add option, either you use this add option if it is ready in advance, or you use the create option. Okay, but that sharing tool, you should know that if you want to share with your colleagues, collaborate with them, work on a slide together, then you can do that. So this is about sharing the Google slide document, the presentation. So today we have learned, I'll just present my PPT. Today we have learned 4 ways of incorporating Google slide presentation in our classroom. View the file, collaborative, Google slide template, students can make from the scratch. And you have seen Google slide is such a powerful tool. First option is you create the slide using images, audio, video, share with the documents to view the file, like we create PowerPoint presentations. You can even hyperlink the slide presentation in the HyperDoc. So same presentation link, you can hyperlink within the HyperDoc as well. Like you created a HyperDoc, you can take the link of this presentation and hyperlink within the HyperDoc. Second option, as I already told you, collaborative slide, where you have to choose the option students can edit the file. Third option is making a template and assign by selecting make a copy for each student. They will fill the template, hand in within the classroom. Now the template can be like in any form, fill in the blanks, true, false, match the following. You can even create a mind map and with some blank boxes and the students can fill inside. It can be used for subject enrichment activities, multiple assessments. You can just assign a template, they'll complete and give it hand in. So these kind of things can be done with the Google slide template. And the last option, you just give them a title from your subject content. They will create the entire presentation and hand in the Google Classroom. Collaboration is the big reason to go with Google Slides. Teamwork is a desirable job skill in 21st century. When we let students collaborate, we prepare them for future. Leaving comments on other slide will also teach them the skills of digital citizenship. Here is what I have noticed doing collaborative assignments with my students is that they will create their own slide and they'll go on to other people's slide and write a comment. And you know what they really like to do after that? They will go back, they will come back to see what everybody else has written on their slide, like what are other people's comments. That is what they love to do, which is no surprise because that is what we do whenever we interact with people digitally. We want to see what other people have written about our stuff. And so we are kind of pulling that innate draw that social media has into the classroom and in an academic content, which is really wonderful. So I hope you have learned something fruitful today. I highly recommend you all to practice these tools. Only if you practice, you'll be able to master them. The sky is the limit to what we can achieve with our students. But we have to work hard, take a lot of risk, and fall flat on our face a bunch of times in order to get there. I'll be sharing the video recording in the WhatsApp group so you can review it again. In the next session, we shall be discussing about some more Google tools and how to apply them in the practical setting. I request all of you to kindly fill the feedback form. Please give your valuable feedback. I'm sharing the link in the chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, Nidhi ma'am, for this beautiful, wonderful session. I mean, it was a really true learning. And it was very clearly stated. We've learned all the steps of preparing our Google Slides and especially how we go in for the collaborative slides. So thank you so much for Module 2. And we're all looking forward for the next session. That is going to be Module 3. So the date we will be working out and then we will be sending it on the official group. that will be intimated. So thank you, Nidhi ma'am, once again, and thank you all for your gracious presence and the learning which we are all going through. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.